Thanks for joining me again today. Got a little job on. This one's a bit of a tricky one. We've got the generator. It's pretty hefty, it weighs quite a bit. We've got to get it in the back of the van. So I've been down to Phoenix Aluminium down the road, nice aluminium wholesalers. Managed to get some checker plate. I've got some angle. Come in mock up and make a ramp. I'm thinking we don't want to go too big because we've got to store it. It's either got to slide under the van when we're at the destination, or it's got to stay attached or something at the back. So I've got a few little things to overcome. It's really close as far as the width wise. The Jenny does fit in the back of the van, but we've got about 10 mil to spare, so we haven't got a lot to play with. So we've got to try and get this right. So yeah, let's crack on, see how we get on. I think the first thing we've got to do is try and get a strip of this nice 3 mil by 80 mil angle on the back of the van. So I need to try and get this attached on the back there. Obviously I've got to cut this right back so the door's closed, but I want this substantial piece on the back going underneath this cupboard. Probably I might have to take this back plate off and take a 3 mil off the bottom of that. If I can get this in and fasten it, I could probably put a couple of slits in it so that we can peg the ramp to it as it goes in the back so it doesn't slide away. I think that's got to be the way to go. So I'll just whip this end panel off the back of this cupboard, a few screws and away it comes. Now take 3 mil out the bottom of that. Let's get that over to the old Black & Decker workbench. Look, what a cracking bit of kit. There's a bit of masking tape across the bottom of that. Got a piece of the aluminium there. If I just mop that up so it's level both sides. There we go. Got a nice edge to plane off there now. So again, we'll get this fastened in. I get it end up, and we'll get the Bosch planer. Got the electric planer here just to take a bit off that. Just going to go nice and steady. We're going to do it about half a millimetre at a time. Just take a bit off it. It's only 3 mil to go down, so a few runs of that and we'll be away. Makes a really nice job that. I put some new blades in it, and it's made a big difference to how it cuts. You can see we've just gone up to that draw line that I had on there. Peel the tape off. Nice finish. It's good. Right, let's head back to the van. Right, so I've got a nice piece here. Now that's out of the way, we can see how far we can go. So if we transpose that gap from there to there, it's about right there. It's about right there. Alright, slow there. We want it to be the same all the way down, so we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go with that. That works. So transpose that onto the alum. We'll chop that off. So the drop out from the back of that. Well, it's that plus 3, isn't it? So then, using that square there, I can just mark that all the way along. Just a little line on there with my pencil, and it will give me something to cut to. I can drop a bit of masking tape on there as well to save me scratching it. And then we'll get the Milwaukee saw out. Now this is a fantastic bit of kit. As if you watch my videos, you'll have seen in the past, I absolutely love it. And I've got the coarse tooth metal blade in there to get through this aluminium, and it goes through quite well. Does quite a nice job. Just going nice and steady through that, just taking my time. Links in the description for all the tools and things I'm using in the video, so if you want to or if you see something you like, just have a look in the description, all the links are there. Took some chopping, didn't it? Is it going to fit? That's the question. Just need a noggin off the bottom of that bit there. Look at that. That's nice. Yeah, we'll just file that, clean that edge up, and then we can cut the bits out in the middle that we need, and we'll just take a tiny bit off that cupboard there. So I've just masking taped a little mock-up of that section there, and I've cut a little piece out the edge there. If I lift that trim up, and that should now slide in there, we can pack that in, get that all up nice, and you can see now where the door closes, where I've just got to cut these two little pieces out, and hopefully that's going to be back in there far enough to peg it down. If I just put a drill on all the angles, then I'll have a nice finish when I get there. Like I say, I just pop a little hole through each of these corners, and it should make it a bit easier to cut. Okay. Bit, didn't it? Try and get it over a bit more. So that's the aluminium strip in. We've got it cut out, fits into the door. We've got some screws pegging it into the floor. Yeah, it weighs a ton. Weighs a ton. It's pretty beefy. Goes right underneath the cupboard. We've trimmed that, so we're all ready to go with that. We've just got to put some kind of holes to locate a ramp to it. Yeah. And then it'll be we'll be away. Let's try and get this ramp sorted. Chop a piece of this out. Not a fan of cutting through this. It is a really dense aluminium, this 3mm angle, and it's yeah, it is quite tough to cut through. I'll just mark up the same for the second piece, because obviously we need an angle either side and then the plate in the middle. Oh, that was loud, wasn't it? So here we go again. Let's chop another one of these off. It is good quality metal. Like I say, it's dense and it's strong. It's really good. Close. Close. Yeah, that's 710. That should be enough. Let's try and get it all the way. They're going to have to take the weight of it. Yeah, so I've got my trusty assistant here to help me out, get it up. Because that is heavy. If that drops, then we're going to break something. That's why I need that. Probably Mark's feet. Now the generator, on all the paperwork and everything, it said it was 700mm wide, and I wasn't quite sure if that was the actual width of the body or the wheels. And as it turned out, it was the wheels, so we're okay. It's there though. I mean, you take the window. Where is it? Two people. That's what I think. What's that ramp thing? We'll be able to just go straight up there. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to bend the end of these angles just so it lays flat on the back of the van. So I clamp it up, and I just put a piece of plywood on there just to see if it give me a bit of leverage. Come this way a tiny bit. I didn't want to crack it, so I wanted to be careful. Thinking, do I heat it? Do we just go for it? It's because that corner there is so strong with that piece underneath. It seems. I think if I move, I can't move anymore. Can I? You know what that needs? Big pair of vice grips. Big pair of water pump pliers. Big pair of Stilsons. What we got? Well, if we trap that in there. I've definitely got something knocking about. Come on, where's them big pliers? Ooh, that's going to snap. Here we go, look, I know we've got some somewhere. Tool for the job. So I just put a cut down the side of this angle just so I could bend it, but I don't want to take the strength out of it, so I'm going to have to put a little plate across it as well once it's once the shape's right and the angle's right. We'll make a little plate up just to beef it up and rivet that to the side.
Yeah, I don't know, Mark, it's only a short week in it.
Sorry, Oaks, is it that? Just another little tweak. Yeah. And there we go, one tweak later. Yeah, it's there, that side's down. It's literally just a distortion in the shape slightly.
Yeah.
But once it's, I think we're near as damn it with that.
Yeah.
Let's get the other one the same, mate. That's spot on, that one is, Mark. That's, yeah, let's crack on. Let's crack on, isn't it? So then we turn our attentions to cutting up the plate. This beautiful sheet of checker plate, really good for this. It's got the little tread pattern on it so we shouldn't slip. So we've got the two side ramps in there, and then we've got the big plate come in the middle. We can just cut to size and then just bend it a little bit, which hopefully now will fit in there. Something like that. Beautiful. So we've just got to fix the two together, or rivet the outer to the angle and put some box section on the bottom as well to really beef it up and hide the rivets. Yeah, so let's give that a go. And underneath there I've got a bit of box section that I've put in that I'm just drilling through the centre, just get it lined up. We'll pop the drill through, and I've got this cracking great big box of rivets I got off eBay. Got 1,000 of these rivets for 17 quid. What an absolute bargain. We'll get the hoover on there, just suck up any of the little burrs, and then we can get these rivets in and bang them straight through into that box section underneath. So this is going straight through the checker plate, straight through the angle and into the box section that I've got behind it as well. So it's going to be really strong by the time we're done. And I'll just keep going all the way up, banging them through. I can't tell you how many rivets we've put in over this project. One side done. Let's take it out and then we can do exactly the same on the other side. You can see there now what we've got. We've put that nicely riveted all the way down. So just do the same on this one. Right, so just need to do one exactly the same as that side, for this side. So we've got this bar there, I'll put that alongside it, get the length right. That's spot on just there. Full length is to there, cut off comes up like that. Just move that out of the way, then I can get the box section clamped into the workmate. It's just so good having a second pair of hands in a workmate. It makes life so much easier. How many fingers you got? You might not have as many by the time you cut that off. Oh, it makes light work of that. And then this really dodgy angle. I mean, that's a difficult cut to make in the Milwaukee hacksaw. Look, absolutely beast it. Goes straight through there. That's a really acute angle. And I'll just file it down, get rid of all the burrs off it, make it look nice. We don't want to cut fingers. There we go. And then we're back to the van. Let's lay this one out again, get it all mocked up in the right place. I can get that box section underneath. We'll get that top plate in there. Make sure that it all fits. It's the easiest way to do it. I think it's far easier to actually do it in situ than it is actually trying to rivet it up on the workmate, just to get it started anyway. At least we know it's all in place. Again, we'll bang some more drills through. This Makita drill set, it's got the Leon battery in it, and it just lasts for ages. I tell you, the amount of holes I've drilled with it on one charge is ridiculous. And then we'll do another bar across the middle to beef that up as well. So these are the last few rivets to go through in the supporting beam that we've put in underneath. You can see by how the light's changing. I've been on this all day. It's getting dark now, so I'm trying to rush this a bit, trying to get it finished because it's we need it for tomorrow. I'm sure we can get it done. We'll just crack on, look. Get them rivets through. Bang, bang, bang. Bingo. Spin that over and you can see what we've done there. Now with that on there, we've got a really nice, strong beam across it. I put the 3mm plate that I had left over behind it, and a nice piece of box section there as well, so it's really going to give it some strength. Oh yeah, slow's better. Slow's better. Nice. I'll just make a couple of small supporting plates across here so that they can't close in, and we'll be done. And there it is, the finished article. This took all day, but we're finally there. I've rounded the edges off with the coffee cup markings, put the brackets in the top. I've dropped a couple of rivets through so they locate into the back of the van. We've stiffened up the back with a beam. Really good. It looks nice. I wonder if the generator will go with it. That's the question. So there it is. Let's go and get the Jenny. Okay. Here she is, the big girl. Let's see if we can't get that straight in the back now. Up the ramp. One wheel in, two wheels on. It's tight, but it's in. And then once that's in there, we can hopefully lift this off. This is the fun, look. He's thought about this. Why would I not try to put that in straight? Why am I trying to put it in wonky, look? Come on, sir. It's been a long day. Bring it back out and put it in straight. You know it's going to go in because it's as wide as the Jenny, so it's got to go. Work to do. Come on, bring it out and do it again. Here we go. Perfect. We get there in the end. It takes them a few attempts. Something like that. Close the door on it. It's in. Something like that. Might need a little bit of refinement and somehow strapping that up. Maybe a couple of pegs into the side just so it stays in position once it's in there. But yeah, that looks really good. I'm really pleased with that. I reckon that's not a bad shout actually, a couple of pegs. If I drop 2 pegs in, 1 peg in there and 1 peg in there, then that's not going anywhere. It'll just hang there, and it won't fall. Yeah, and then that can just come out, drop down for the. Locate into position. Like so. He's lazy. Should have gone all the way around, but there you go. And then board in the cupboards. Out it comes, ready for a day's work. What do you reckon? It's tight, it's really tight, it's really close, but I knew it was going to be, and I needed this big Jenny, I needed the big one to power everything up to be sure that we were going to be good. Ramp's done, really pleased. If you've enjoyed that one, thanks for staying with me on that one. It was yeah, something different, but we've cracked it in the end, we've got there. It's really strong, it's looking great. Got me a little thumbs up, like and subscribe, plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching.